What's going on, beautiful people? Welcome back to the Value Podcast, where valuable people attract people of value. I am Jamel Jackson, your relationship mechanic. I focus on preparing, evaluating, and giving you the tools you need to maintain healthy relationships. I told you guys, if you're listening and you're watching it, there's always tools being deposited and dropped. The matter if are you picking those tools up and utilizing them? So, got my guy on here today, man.
What's going on, man?
Dontell, but known as the content creation king.
The king of content.
That's a crown right there you putting on your head, man.
I didn't even put it on there. Somebody else did, and I just took it and we ran with it.
Yeah. So we met, man. I think we met at the
Greenlit.
No, that was the that was actually what content create? No, not the boot camp.
No.
It was
the IG
exchange, something like that.
Yeah.
But it was very organic. It was very authentic. And then from there, we'll see each other. And I was watching you on Instagram. And then, of course, now we're sitting here.
Yeah.
And we were talking about legacy. But before we get into any of that, man, tell me about this crown you wearing on your head.
Man, I was already born with the crown. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't know what umbrella to put it under. You know, at the end of the day, I've been creating content for real. If we want to think about over 16 years, I've been creating content, you know what I'm saying, from graphics, photos, everything for a long time. And within the last decade, I just was focused more on video heavy, and I've been able to help a lot of people. I started more in the music industry. So probably for my first 6 years, I was in the music industry, and I blew up a lot of artists. And then within the last few years, I started transitioning into the business side because, you know, once your mental outgrows something, you kind of leave it alone. And so then I just started focusing on the business because I've been an entrepreneur full time since 2010. You know what I'm saying? So for 11 years now, I haven't had a 9-to-5. Made millions of dollars shooting content. And so I was like, man, let me just hone in on this and just take it to a whole nother level. And so that's what I'm doing.
Now, you said music. What were you shooting, music videos?
Yeah, I blew up a lot of artists. Yeah, I was behind everybody's brand.
Okay, give me like two.
Well, I don't really speak on names, but like K-Camp, I helped blow up K-Camp. I was part of Rich Homie Quan's Success, Cyree the Kid, and a lot more. Yeah.
Okay, so let's go back a little further. Like growing up, how was that for you? Were you involved? Was it always like this simple path of like, okay, I know what I want to do. I got all the resources around me. Did you always have the resources, or was it something like you had to? You know, how people say I got it out the mud. Did you?
No, we all got it out the mud, but just because you get out the mud don't mean you don't got the resources. Right, so if you got the mental, if you got access to go get, that's a resource. You know what I'm saying? Even though you run it through the mud just to get to it, still you know what I'm saying? So I'm a kid from Chicago, so it's like upbringing, mother on dope, dad killed when I was 1, so I was a real one of them. You know what I'm saying? And I was just blessed to have a mentor at the age of 13 who was an entertainment lawyer who started molding me into the business and trying to get me out the streets. But I was one of the wild kids for real. My loyalty mean everything. My word mean everything. And so literally, if I can make it out the jungle, I can make it anywhere in the world. That's my mentality, you know what I'm saying? And I just treat people with the utmost respect. But at the end of the day, I got goals, and I can't let my kids go through what I went through. You know what I'm saying? Or they kids. And so that's why I'm really like focused on building generational wealth, generational legacy, stopping generational curses. And the blessing is I could do it all from content. Like I think people don't realize that, like, I could do this all from content because it's something I'm passionate about. I'm passionate about being able to help other people's dreams come true. You know what I'm saying?
So it sounds like to me, man, we kind of share that same value system in terms of value and relationships.
Yeah.
So how do you envision that happening? Because you said this word, breaking generational curses through content.
Yeah.
What does that look like?
I mean, it's already done. I already became a multimillionaire from content. You know what I'm saying? I already changed everything about my family trajectory already just because of content. And when I mean content, because that's what I do. I've been doing it for so long. That would put food on my table and allow me to buy assets and stuff like that to keep going. Like when people look at it, somebody said this on IG the other day. It's like, you the first camera guy I know that got a Bentley. It's like, I wasn't thinking like that. I was just thinking, I want it, I go get it. You know what I'm saying? And it's really now my kids own shit. Now they got shit. Now it's like they not gonna ever have to want for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because they got the access now. They got the blueprint. We created a internal book where they know each step to go and get it if anything ever go wrong.
You know, that's interesting that you say that, because I always tell people I got currency relationships. Because a lot of times people think you always got to have this monetary portion. You know, so speak to me in terms of like the relationships you have. Because I mean, obviously you didn't always have the money.
Nah.
But what about those currency relationships that you have in your life?
Man, relationships is everything. And the relationships I got is people that I've been a part of their careers for a long time. Like, I was one of them guys, like, even I was talking to Fly the other day, DC Young Fly. It's like, yo, I've been knowing Fly before anybody even knew who he was. Same thing with, like, B. Simone. Like, I've been there when they was homeless. You know what I'm saying? When we all were homeless. You see what I'm saying? And the thing about it is, I never, ever asked them for anything. You know what I'm saying? If they need me, I'm there. And people got to understand relationships. We at a time now that it's like, for me, I'm a little different because you might not see me in the rooms with everybody because I can't fake politics. I don't know how. You know, I only know how to be me. And if somebody do some weird stuff, I'm going to check them on it because I'm just built like that. And sometimes people they can't handle that because it's like the time of day we in, everybody friendly and stuff. It's like, hey, man, I'm going to treat you up with the utmost respect. Just do the same for me. You know what I'm saying? But I think relationships is just about being genuine, like being nice, being amazing, and treating people with the utmost respect and not needing stuff from them. Help them. Be a servant. You know? So, yeah.
That's my method and my mindset is I approach every relationship with what can I give, not what can I get. Yeah. And most people approach relationships, and I said this in another podcast, with a ghetto mentality. And I styled it GETTO. Like, what can I get? What can I get? If I can't get nothing from you, then I'm going to slowly weasel my way out of your life. Yeah. So that shows that I don't truly value you. Yeah. And then it becomes, I think, like what you're saying, it becomes like this favoritism thing, where I'll come and show up and I'll value if there's something in it for me. And not saying that people shouldn't get what their worth for their value, but that's not always the exchange when we're talking about relationships.
Nah, man, it's a long term. Like, any of my people that's around me most likely been around me for over a decade. You know what I'm saying? Any new people around me, they still got to build that. Like, I don't just let everybody around me. I'm like protected. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you really got to show your value because everybody will come around you to try to see what you got going on so they can adapt it and take it and move around. You know what I'm saying? I only want to be around people that's real builders. And then when I say real builders, like, yo, we can be on the same cul-de-sac, and if you need a brick from one of my houses that I'm building, I'll give it to you, and vice versa. And if you ain't with that, then you can't be around me. Simple as that. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's how.
So where did that mentality come from? Because everybody's not born with that.
It's my upbringing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm from the heart of the jungle. Like, you feel me? It's like real loyalty, real word, and then I'm blessed to have people that sacrificed their life for me that didn't even know me, and wasn't my blood, but they was like, yo, I want to see you win. There's something special about you, so I'm gonna put it all on the table, and that's what happened. And so since those people was able to do that, it's only right that I pay it forward and I do the same. Yeah.
Have you ever found yourself in a position where it was like, yo, I don't know how I'm gonna come out of this. I don't think I'm gonna make it.
Nah.
No?
Nah.
Not even being in the jungle?
Nah. You always gonna make it regardless. I ain't never thinking, like, if my back against the wall or whatever it is, I look at this thing right. So some people use depression as a bad thing. I use depression as a time to sit my ass down and to get my mental right. Right, so if I'm going through a depression stage, because we all do, especially if we creatives, you know what I'm saying? I really tune in to like who I am, what I got going on, and I actually get a dope idea and I strategize while I'm sitting down. Because sometimes while we moving, our brain can't keep up. So sometimes we got to slow our ass down. But every time I slow down, I'm focused and I come back bigger and harder. So it's never like I don't know if I'm gonna make it out this situation. Because if I made it in it, that means there's a way out.
Wow, it's interesting, even as you said that, because my previous guest used the word depression and you used the word depression. I'm thinking as a creator, because I'm a creator, I'm like, wow, did I ever battle with depression? I think I probably did.
No, you had to, but some people don't. Some people use depression as a negative thing, but sometimes it's just a sit your ass down type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, slow it down, get some alone time, get some me time, get your thoughts together, get your plan together so you can execute better.
So you coped with it in a positive manner?
Yeah, I had to.
Because most people that experience that, their coping mechanism is not the same.
Yeah, because they look at it different, but it's all about how you look at stuff. But you got to realize our interpretations of everything is our interpretations. Mm-hmm. So you control your interpretations. Like what you determine success is different from what I determine success. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You might have been successful just waking up today. Or vice versa. I might have been successful just waking up today. So we got to realize whatever's our mission and our plan is us. We can't be trying to look at the next person, see what they got going on, trying to live like that. Man, I don't give two shits. I don't give two shits because, hey, I tell people all the time, like, we both could be running a marathon. If we supposed to be focused here, if I'm over here looking at you, I'm tripping. I'm a trip. And you going,
yeah.
So I just stay focused on my race because my race is different. My purpose is different. My reasons is different. I'm not doing shit for today. I'm doing shit for 20 years later. So it's a difference. I'm not trying to be cool.
You know what? That's one of the things I liked about you when I met you, man. Because you still have the same energy, the same vibe, the same rawness, the same authenticity, and that's what I value, man. What's one of the most important relationships in your life?
Me and God.
You and God.
Yeah.
Okay. How would you say, like, paint that picture for me? Like, what does that look like?
Man, it looks like having somebody to give you guidance, having somebody to give you the vision, give you the plan, and helping you when you don't know what's on the other end, or if you feel like you ain't gonna make it out, you know, you gotta talk to him. And, you know, I done lost a lot of family members, so I talk to all of them, you know, and they literally protect me. Like, I got real angels around me. You know what I'm saying? So I talk to them.
Okay.
And so those are the strongest relationships, you know, for me.
So you married?
Yeah, of course.
How long you been married?
About 2.5 years.
Okay. How did you guys meet?
Oh man, we met about like 6-7 years ago. I was speaking at an event, artist event, and she was throwing the event, and literally I was in there with before the hoverboards came out. I already had them, right? I seen Chris Brown with one, and I was like, "How this cat get one?" And I went to get one. So it was before the fad, before it was popular, and literally I tried to go into the event with the hoverboard, and she started, the security wouldn't let me in. And she came out of nowhere and started standing up for me, like, yo. And you know what's crazy is I told her this that same day too. Like, I took a nap. I take like power naps in the middle of the day, and that day I had a dream that I was gonna meet somebody tonight, right? I thought it was another freak. Like, I wasn't thinking like I'm gonna meet my wife or nothing like that. I'm like, man. So I called my man. I was like, hey, yo, I'm gonna actually come speak at your event. And then literally when I came in, she started protecting me, and I told her, I'm like, man, I literally had a dream that I was supposed to meet a woman tonight. I just didn't know it was you. Like, and I'm not like super spiritual or nothing like that. It's just literally that was a real dream. And literally she literally helped me, you know, build my empire. Like, we build it together. Like, she do like $500,000 herself every year. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we do great. So
let's talk about this right here, because that's a powerful relationship. And most creatives or entrepreneurs, they always say, not always say, sometimes they say, I don't have time for relationships. I'm just focused on my business. I'm just building. I'm building. And I understand that, but I always see sometimes when they lonely though, they got time for all the
bad demons,
all the sexual whatever relationships in the world.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, yeah.
So what would you say to one of them entrepreneurs? Because I mean,
I was that.
You can build, but you started building with this woman when you met her.
Yeah, but she was buildable.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to make sure it's the right person. They got to understand the vision, because it's rare that you're gonna find somebody that actually understand the vision and willing to build with you. And it ain't an overnight thing. It ain't like you just gonna stoop down to somebody. You gotta really help build the characteristics and everything, and making sure that they see what you see. Because sometimes we meet somebody, they beautiful and all, but they might have a mentality of a employee and not of entrepreneur, right? And which isn't a bad thing, but they won't understand you staying up all night doing stuff, or you going to network with this person at this time, or you doing this, because they so confined to the system of 9 to 5, which, as you know, as entrepreneurs, we don't got that. Yeah. So it's 24/7, 24/8, right? And so you just got to find somebody that understand, or if they do got that 9 to 5 mentality, they not hindering you and your vision. Because a lot of times they want to spend more time with you. They don't want you doing this. They taking away. So a lot of entrepreneurs steer away from that.
What's one of the most challenging things in your relationship? Because I mean, we all have them. Like,
I mean, in the beginning, mine was trying to make her me.
Trying to make her you.
Yeah, I think that was one of the biggest lessons I had to learn, because we go into things. You got your significant other. You like, yo, I want you to be just like me, but they not. They their own person, they own everything, and you gotta hone into what they love to do, what they like to do, and you gotta water that plant instead of making them exactly like you. First of all, I don't even think you want another you around you. I'm just being honest, right? So I think I spent a lot of years trying to make her me into like probably like 2017 or something. I realized like, nah, what you want to do, how you want to do it. This what you passionate about. All right, we gonna invest into that.
Yeah. And now did that change the dynamics of the relationship drastically?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, because it went from her feeling like an assistant to her feeling like the boss.
You still consider her the boss?
No, she definitely the boss.
She running the show.
Yes, yeah. But her degree in like economics, so she handle all the financing, all the investing, all everything. So yeah, she the boss.
Why do you think most men don't want to commit?
I think because they probably haven't seen it, right? So a lot of times it's lack of seeing it before. Their parents probably wasn't together. It's generationals, right? So even for me, I ain't gonna lie, it was hard for me, like because my mother was on dope, my biological dad was killed, so I ain't see family like that. So I think since I didn't see it, I cherished it more. You feel me? So I cherish family more because I didn't have that. Every other person was raising me. You feel me?
So you cherish family, but when you got with women, did you cherish longevity with them?
Nah,
or was
but
it
I didn't see them. Some of them ain't. I don't see the bigger picture. Some of them was just a look, but not the brains. And if they don't got the brains, then they couldn't have a future. But they was cute for the moment. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what it was. But to have me have that vision and then find a person who actually got the brains and the looks, it's like, and the vision, it's like, oh, damn. And that was crazy because I literally had that vision that I was going to meet somebody, and I thought it was going to be a freak. I got a nerd, you know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying? I'm grateful.
So God interrupted your world right there.
Yeah, he helped me. He helped me because I was lost.
So that now her coming into your life, did she help you? Did he utilize her as a help?
Yeah.
Because I know they say help me, so
yeah, because I'm the executor, right? So I execute the plan. She is the strategist, right? So like even when I went to art school back in the days, I can do the logos, the final print, but like the teacher, I always lose a lot of points because you supposed to do 50 thumbnails before you do the final product. I never could do the 50 thumbnails. I only could do the final product. But my blessing is she can do the 50 thumbnails, so she can strategically make the plan better. You see what I'm saying? And I can go execute.
I think a lot of men need to understand this, man, because a lot of times we have a woman in our life, or we don't have a woman in our life, and we meet a woman, like you said, we're trying to make her us instead of allowing her to be who she is, and she could be that person that's doing the 50 thumbnails. Not to say that she has to be that person. It could be the opposite way around. Yeah. So, I mean, all right, so I want you to talk to one of the guys that's probably listening or watching right now that's a content creator and an entrepreneur, but they're battling with the relationship world. Because that's what I see, real deep. I see a lot of, I rub shoulders with a lot of entrepreneurs. Yeah. And the relationship, when it comes to the, the woman and the man, once that starts happening, life starts falling apart.
Yeah.
It's like they know how to produce banging content, they know how to manage the content, they know how to, whatever the case may be in terms of creation, but when it comes to the relationship, it's like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah, the relationship can get hard, but if y'all both on that same path and y'all got the same mission, it's okay. We know that we ain't gonna have a lot of date nights right now. We know that we gonna be able to go to the banks together. We know we're gonna be able to do all this together, but sometimes you gotta sacrifice some things, you know what I'm saying? I think that's the key thing, understand that you gotta sacrifice something. And for them people, just making sure that you got the perfect mate. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no such thing as a perfect mate. Everybody got pros and cons, but just making sure that they strong in the element that allow you to grow. I think that's key.
Awesome. You got kids?
Yes.
How many?
I got 3, actually.
From the woman you with? From the woman you with?
2 from her.
2 from her. So, but you got another one from?
Previous before her.
Okay.
So, yeah.
What happened with that relationship?
It wasn't a relationship. It was just, how life happens. And I think that was the best thing because of that, I was in a dark moment because she wouldn't let me see my child, right? So she kind of took my child away, my firstborn. And then this queen came in and saved me. My mental saved everything, rebuilt me, turned me into more of a monster. You see what I'm saying? And yeah.
Wow.
So now I got a 2.5-year-old, and I just had a baby a month ago. So yeah.
Oh, you got a newborn?
Yeah, his name Legacy.
Okay.
Yeah, so my daughter's name is Journey, and my son's name is Legacy.
Why'd you name him that?
Because we're on our journey to our legacy. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I want every point, like even at that point when I named my daughter Journey, I had just finished my movie called The Hopeless Journey. right? And that's when I was in Forbes, everything. I was able to get the same people who did all fences, and I did this all out of my own pocket, right?
When did you do this movie?
This was
2017? Oh, I didn't know you then.
Yeah.
I was about to say,
Yeah,
I ain't get a little skit or something. I could have been a dude at the hot dog stand or something.
I wasn't in this field. I was in the entertainment field. So that's why it'd be a little hard for me, because I know all the entertainment people, because I've been there for so long. And so then I really, in the last couple of years, I just started shifting to the business world, because I've been an entrepreneur for so long, but my clientele was artists.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know what I'm saying? And I did this movie. I got so many awards, so many everything, and then my life changed.
Let me talk to you about this, because everything I talk about here is relationships. So when you're in that realm, because as creatives, we find ourselves in spaces sometimes where, especially as men, where there's women around.
Yeah.
So what are some of the boundaries that you set to keep yourself safeguarded, you know what I mean? So you don't fall into the trap, because it happens in the entertainment realm, it happens in the politics realm, but in that entertainment realm, you know, dealing with creatives and, you know, people that are on high levels and they pulling on you, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it's really just about understanding your legacy. What you trying to do, what you're doing it for, is this worth it? And that's at the end of the day, is this worth it? If it's not worth it, then leave it the hell alone. You know what I'm saying? Because you can tear down your whole empire just for a quick nut.
Have you been faced with that temptation?
Yeah. I think all men's been faced with that temptation. Honestly, I ain't gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
We all been faced with it. You know what I'm saying? But it's all about how we overcome the situation.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
I want a picture though. How does that look? Like,
that look like I
don't know if you remember one from like previously, but
yeah, that
you know what I mean?
like
Where,
to get my ass out the way. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it looks like, you know, something joking, go too far. You joking too much.
Yeah.
You joking too much. Shut the fuck up. You
know, and I mean, it happens with women too.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not just saying men, but I'm sure women are in that position. But I'm addressing this because this is the value of relationships. This is the value podcast, and I know women that are creatives, men that are creatives. They find, and we're always in these creative spaces. And especially creatives, you know, our minds, we talking, it's like, oh my God, you just think how I think.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, let them keep thinking. That's it. Because you go get to sinking if not.
Go from thinking to sinking.
That's it. We ain't trying to crash no ships, because sometimes you get, that be that spur of the moment type of thing, and then you got to realize, like, I know that this is my life partner over here. I know that she got things I need, right? I don't know what you got. I know you can think good, but I don't know if you really, this is temporary or this isn't, or if you even, you know what I'm saying? I know what I got over here, so I ain't trying to see what's over there.
That's good, man.
You know
Because a lot of people aren't
discipline.
Yeah, a lot of people aren't strong enough to think like that, man.
But they also don't. It's all about what you fueled by, right? I said my fuel is different than everybody else's, right? So I'm fueled about real change. Like, I'm really here making a change, and it's because of my upbringing. Like, I got dealt with the worst cards ever growing up already. So it's like, if I can make it out of there, this shit's sweet.
Yeah.
This shit's sweet. Because I was supposed to be a killer. I was supposed to be everything but what I am today. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, this shit's sweet. I like that,
man. I got the words for you. Let me get my words.
Yeah, this too sweet.
when I give you the, I'm gonna give you each word, but each word that I give you, I need you to tell me what that word means to you, and then use it in a sentence.
Okay, cool.
So this is interesting that these words, I did them last night, but it's like they flowing. So the first word is stability.
Stability is that balance. Understanding that you got to focus and making sure that you able to just cruise through things, right? And I think that's key. I think if you're an entrepreneur, you need stability or you can't grow.
I need a sentence.
And what type of matter? Like, I didn't know I was rapping. So in order to grow, you need stability so you can keep growing and you can stay on balance.
Bet. Next word is, I'm sure you're going to have one for this. I don't even know why I put this on there. Creativity.
It's you. Creativity is being you. You determine what creativity is. No one else does. So understand that your vision is your vision, and do not allow no one else to dictate or to put their opinion to stop or hinder your creativity.
Okay. That sounded like a sentence too. I think you did a sentence into me. Okay.
Yeah, you get it.
I'm going to let you slide on that one right there.
Hey, that was both. That was real. That was a statement.
Yeah. Next word. Broken.
It's okay to be broken as long as you give yourself time to heal and rebuild. You know what I'm saying? Because being broken is temporary, and being fixed can be eternity.
I like that right there. What does it mean to you, though?
Broken mean to me is someone who's trying to build themselves and get themselves stronger so they can go to the next level. So sometimes you got to break down and break every piece so you can be able to get stronger and grow and heal so you can go through the next level.
Nice.
So,
man, y'all don't know who y'all messing with on this podcast, man. I'm telling you, man, the Value Podcast is intense, man. Yo, D, for those people that are listening, where can they find you at?
Man, you can find me everywhere. I'm doing a lot of marketing, but go to at Dontell Antonio. That's on all social platforms. That's Dontell. Dontell Antonio. I'm the king of content. It is what it is. You can put your best guy up. He still ain't gonna make it through.
All right, man. We over and out. The Value Podcast. Peace.
You heard?